Where the fuck is McClay?
What the fuck, man? Wow, dude, that's fucking good.
Dude, like it.
Really fucking good. Holy shit.
Ready? Action.
Awesome. This is the Bogcast. I'm your host, Keith Obit, joined with my best friend, Brian McClay. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and hit that red subscribe button down there. You can also find more videos above McClay's head if you're watching this on your phone or on your PC. You can... we should talk about our Patreon, right?
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you guys sub to the Patreon. Lots of extra content you guys can see there. Some stuff that we can't always put on YouTube. So make sure you guys go to the Patreon. Little as $5 a month. You guys can support the podcast. Helps us out a ton. Also, check out our Teespring account.
Sweet. Yeah. So the last 15 minutes of every episode will be on our Patreon now. And eventually probably evolve just to the Patreon,
Yeah,
right?
it'd be nice. Yeah.
So anyway, today we have a very special guest in the house. He's the music director for the Arizona Coyotes. He's the DJ for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And he's Quickdraw on the weekends at 98 KUPD on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have Jeff McGraw. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's happening, guys? How are you?
Good to have you here, brother.
Nice. Good to be here, man.
Yeah, we really appreciate you coming in. Have you ever done a podcast before?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And my day job, I work with a lot of podcasts, and I do production work and stuff like that for satellite radio, and we do all kinds of stuff like this. So
That's kind of like where radio is at right now, where they do radio and podcasts at the same time.
yeah,
Right?
podcasts are obviously blowing up. There's so many podcasts right now.
Yeah, everyone has a podcast, right?
There's just so
Yeah.
many. So you gotta have your niche. You know what I mean? If you were to start a podcast today, you better have something to talk about.
For sure,
Be
yeah.
famous.
Yeah, for sure.
If you
man.
want to be successful, super successful, you got to be famous.
That's what Joe Rogan says.
Yeah.
That's what helps. That helps for
Yeah.
sure. You know.
Yeah, because they already have that like fan base already that'll listen,
Absolutely.
so it's hard to
Sure.
start from the ground up. But shit, I'm all about consistency and not giving up. And most podcasts actually give up about 40 episodes in, and I think this is 132 we're doing right now.
Dude, for real, that's the key. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. And you guys have fun doing it.
Exactly.
fuck
Man, I saw your show, and it looks like you guys are having fun doing it.
Oh yeah,
Nah,
totally.
that's
I
the
like
main
I
reason.
like your atmosphere here. You know, it's
Sweet.
nice.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. No, it's just a reason for like us to hang out every day and then
Sheesh.
talk to cool motherfuckers.
That's
and
awesome,
shit,
man.
You know? So
Absolutely.
anyway, man, like we were talking about earlier, I was going through Facebook, and I'd always notice you're posting shit at the Coyotes games, fucking working a badass fucking board and shit, and
Sure.
computer and stuff. And I knew McClay's like the biggest Coyotes fan in the world and shit. So I thought like
Nice.
we could talk about that a little bit. How do you even get a gig or job like that? That seems like the fucking dream job, dude.
It's absolutely dream jobs. From my backstory, I come from Detroit, so I was born and bred with hockey, Red Wings. You know.
Yeah.
I moved out west, you know, in the early 90s, pursuing music. I'm a musician too, and back in the day, and
What do you play?
dreams of being a rock star, whatever. You know, I'm kind of a multi-instrumentalist, I guess you'd say. I play guitar, but I can play bass, piano. I've recorded albums where I played almost all the instruments myself, you know.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I can't do is drums. Horrible at drums, but
Can you sing?
yeah, I do sing too.
Nice.
I'm a singer too, but yeah. So I've sang in metal bands, and I've sang in southern rock bands, some country stuff. I've done a little bit of everything. It's pretty cool, you know.
Hell yeah. All in Detroit or out here in Phoenix?
Out here in Phoenix.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been.
Damn,
Yeah, I've been around for a little while.
were you part of the metal scene in the late 90s?
I was. So
Oh,
it was,
nice,
I
me
was in
too.
a band called Mantra, and then I was in a band called Bomber, and then there was another version of Bomber 2.0. You know, we opened up for a lot of national acts like Armored Saints, stuff at Club Red, and you know, back in the day with Mantra, we did a whole bunch of cool stuff. And with Bomber, we did the whole Whiskey A Go Go stuff,
Oh, hell yeah.
Key Club, and all the cool stuff in LA. So yeah, it was a blast. But you know, keeping a band together is a kind of
It's a
pain in the
nightmare.
ass. And Phoenix,
I was in a band too. I know how it is.
yeah. Phoenix is kind of tough to be in a band, to tell you the truth right now. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of out of the scene that way. I would love to see more local bands. I guess maybe I just, with the whole COVID thing, I haven't been out in a while. You know what I mean? And I haven't heard much about metal bands blowing up here, unless you guys could tell me.
No, you
one-
sound like me right now, man.
I know. I was just gonna say
Because
that,
I'm all
actually.
about helping these bands and playing when I could, like Dash, Coop, the band Coop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alice Cooper's son.
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine. I make sure when he came out with his stuff, I want to make sure I jam it over there to the arena. But I don't just stop there. People hit me up all the time. I'm like, yeah, send me, if you're really metal, send me a cool instrumental. I could probably play that at the game, I could probably get that on. But when it comes to the death metal vocals, forget it, because it's kind of a family atmosphere,
You're talking about something that I was actually talking to Keith about earlier this week, about one of the things that I've really noticed, especially in hockey over the last 5-6 years, is that the music that's being played in hockey arenas or barns is like a different level of other sports. I was telling them that I forget which team it is. I want to say maybe Calgary. They play it's Montreal. They play the shit out of Sepultura KSAD shit.
That's my favorite fucking
awesome.
band. dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
that type
awesome.
of jam shit, the Sepultura is perfect for that, where it's just totally chunky jam riffs, perfect for an arena that's just fucking already hopping.
Absolutely.
We're always actually looking for bands too to expose on our podcast.
Yeah.
But we have that same conversation. Is it just because we're old and not connected to the scene that we just don't know about it, or is it because the lack of good local music and bands?
I don't know. Some kids hit me up and say, "Hey, the music scene's great. Why don't you, help us out more and stuff?" I'm like, "Well, you gotta get some sort of. I mean, what am I doing? You gotta get a package, man. You
like a
should
press
know
kit.
this by now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't screw around with your recordings either, man. Don't try and do crap. Do the best recording you can do,
And
because you don't want to hear anything else different. You really don't, man. Am I wrong?
no, you're
No.
100% right. You're
You mean
1,000%
what do you mean
right.
if it's a shitty recording?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, for sure. And everyone thinks that they're a recording engineer because they could do it at their house now. So
That's what I'm saying.
you're probably
dude.
just getting all kinds of garbage
I-
constantly.
People have to learn how to master their stuff.
Yeah,
I guess
people don't even
I
know what
don't
mastering is these days.
Yeah, so if you want some of my advice, I would say learn that. You know what I mean?
Did you know Pelvic Meatloaf back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for
They've
sure.
been around for sure. Those guys are one of the best bands in Arizona,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Rich is actually our very first, 50th, and 100th guest.
Oh
So Rich for me.
yeah, sure.
I love that guy.
He's a perfect front man character right there.
Oh, for sure.
Right? He's the man right there.
Did you ever
Yeah.
play with him?
Yeah, back in the day with like Mantra and stuff. It's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
so long.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the last gigs I had was Bomber 2.0. We did play with Armored Saint at Club Red and stuff, and those are cool. But the DJ thing that's where my bread and butter is. So
So
I'm busy. You know what I'm
did
saying?
the DJ stuff come way before the sports stuff?
So yeah, I was a DJ before. When I moved out to Arizona, DJing kind of fell in my lap a little bit. Somebody offered me a job. So
Those are the best jobs, man.
yeah, and back in those days, it was albums and CDs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I was mixing CDs and stuff. You know what I mean? And then I got the gig over there at the Cat Eye, and it was Sunday nights. And this was
the Cat Eye, great fucking bar in
yeah,
Scottsdale back
I
in the
did.
day,
I did
man.
Sundays there, and it was hip hop night. And that was
Uh-huh.
back when. I mean, I'm older, but I love that old hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Was
old,
that bar owned by Maynard?
No.
Okay,
It was
okay.
owned by Todd Borowski, who was
Okay.
friends with Maynard, and Maynard was there all the time.
All the time.
All
I'm
the
pretty
time.
sure I was there while you DJ'd, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the big night Sundays. So from that, I worked, got club gigs and stuff. But then, I was like, I finishing my degree at Arizona State University.
Great school.
I noticed, hey, there's an internship at the Coyotes, And I'm like, holy shit, this would be great, man. If I got an internship at the hockey, NHL.
Like to do sound or to
What
do...
year was this around?
This was, I'm going to say 2004.
Perfect timing, right?
Perfect time. So I just moved over to the new arena.
Yep.
And so I got the internship, and I met this guy, Matt Coy, who he is like famous in sports as far as production goes. I mean, this guy has done it all. Olympics. He's done all the LA teams, San Diego Padres. I mean, he's the guy that puts on the show, and he's done it all over the place. So that was my lucky day, dude. I met this guy. He hired me as an intern. Some reason the DJ they had was just ended up leaving right before the season started. And he's like, he knew I was a DJ. He's like, well, you want to give us a shot or what? I was like, hell yeah. You kidding me? And I got in there and I sucked, dude. I was horrible, man. I'm not even gonna lie. And why he kept me around for another season is beyond me, but I just kind of get better, and I spent all my time trying to get better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Be a professional.
I tried, and at that point in time, too, I knew Dieter over at the Kings and some other DJs, so I'd go and watch different hockey games at different arenas, get some ideas, and then do what I already knew how to do, is, rock a crowd and do the best I could.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden I got this gig with the Coyotes, and this is 16 years ago now. So, I've been with them for 16 seasons now,
That's
awesome.
a long time, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's
crazy.
a sweet gig for especially in a sport like hockey. Let me ask you something. How much of the game are you taking in during when you're working? I mean, do you have any time to even take in anything?
Nowadays it's a lot easier for me now because I could DJ hockey like the back of my hand, and it's a fast game. I mean, DJs out there, you think you can just step right in. I mean, hockey isn't baseball. Baseball's slow. You got your little time. You play your song. You're just kicking it. Hey, having a good time. Hockey, man, the second that whistle goes, you better have something cool. You know what I'm saying? And the penalties, you want to tell stories. You want to do all, make fun of the other team if you can, all that kind of cool stuff. And then you want to pump the crowd up because when they drop that puck, you want that excitement in back in. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'll drop like the Lamb of God instrumental, or something cool like that.
I love that shit, man.
Yeah, so we got it set up pretty good, dude, where everybody works great together with videos and then the countdowns and boom with the music, and it's just awesome. I love going in there. I love trying to play the show. I'm getting back to your question. As far as me watching hockey, absolutely. I watch it a lot. And now I just load up like a whole shitload of different songs. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm smart about it now because before I never used to be. I used to panic. I'm panicking. You know what I'm saying? Don't let any dead air in there because you're only human. Sometimes you're going to mess up. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever hit the wrong song or soundbite?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, it's embarrassing, man.
Can you talk about a particular one or?
Like, is there one that was like you did multiple times, or like?
No, nothing huge. The worst thing I did, I mean, there was one instance that I played a song that had a blatant swear word. I mean, it was like, go fucking right away. I'm hearing everybody, what the hell? Yeah. You get fired for that shit.
Do you have like producers in your ear or something?
Oh yeah,
okay.
All night. I hear everybody talking, camera people.
Are they giving you cues at all, or are you pretty free?
Absolutely. Everybody cuts down. Counts down. Let's say we're doing click effects, we're doing a video on the big screen. After the video stops, you might have some time to bust a song in there, you know what I mean? So you want that song to hit perfectly. So you got the countdown of the video. 3, 2, 1, boom. Make sure that song's there. Or make sure if there's a penalty, you got the sound effect, because we do this thing. Doom, doom, doom. And then Paul Sura, who's the color commentator, or whatever you call the arena.
Yeah, the color guy.
Yeah, he's, all right, Coyotes, penalty, or whatever, power play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
There's like certain sound effects for different moments.
Sure.
Is he there live doing that? Those aren't sound clips?
No, he's a live arena PA dude, man.
I thought
He's
most of those were sound clips, to be honest.
Where we do the penalties and stuff
like
that?
some of those, like
that's how tight it is,
yeah,
dude. It's tight. It is.
It is.
We got that shit down, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I watch as much. I mean, I'm a hockey freak, so I try to watch every damn thing I can. You know what I mean?
The shit that you guys had to go through for COVID is another level, and you guys
Crazy.
Killed it. Like you guys absolutely killed it. You guys had to. I mean, what was that like when that was first happening? Was it just a full on panic? Did you guys?
So as we continue on, I ended up getting another DJ to work with me, a live guy who he does the whole wiki and can do anything. The guy is amazing. Yeah. His name's DJ Ice. So now we split it up, which is great because he'll do all the walk-ins, warm-ups, and he'll do the in-between periods. And I'm DJing the game part.
Yes.
So I concentrate on what's good for the game, right?
Yep.
And this is great because DJ Ice is the coolest motherfucker you ever meet, dude. And he is so talented. So me and him working back together during the whole COVID thing was a beautiful thing, man, because we got our and then we have a guy, Serge, who does our sound. And us three are just the three amigos, man, because got that shit tight, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and let's talk about that.
Hey,
for
can
the
you just
people
pull
that
this up just a little like this? Like
Sure.
Yeah, there you go. That's
so
close.
so for the people that don't realize this, like at some point you might not think about this, but crowd noise is very integral to watching a sport,
Or even for the players, right?
even for the players,
Or
right?
more so.
So when you have an empty crowd, it's a totally or an empty place, you know, and you got live.
Are you still doing all the same things as if the crowd was there?
Well, yeah, exactly. All the same things, but we have a company that came in and made the fake crowd noise.
Which
What
was
the fuck is that? I don't even
amazing.
get that.
And it's the same company who's done, I think, all the NBA stuff, all the NHL stuff. Boy, this sounds a lot better this close. I hope you could get me in the earlier
I'll
stuff
fix it.
too. All right,
Okay.
cool. Yeah. So it was funny because before Coyote season started, I actually was working with the Suns, doing that crowd noise, right?
Yeah.
And I trained about it and I learned all about how to do it. But then the Coyote season hit, so I ended up not doing with the Suns. But then all of a sudden they had the same thing at the Coyotes, so I was like, cool, I know how to do this already. You know what I mean? So I'm just we had a great time with that, man.
So what,
It was genius. Like
it's like different clips of
Yeah.
audience reactions, and then you just kind of
Absolutely.
turn them up and down.
It's like different. It's like hot buttons. So and then you're going low, higher, crazy.
Oh, wow.
You know, and then you could go and it'll fade back out, and there's a bunch of different just buttons. You know what I'm saying? And you could mix them together. Like there's a murmur that keeps going, and then you got the hype. You know what I mean?
like people just talking, kind of like what is it called when you guys are done filming and the sound guys got to go get tone? Room tone.
Room tone.
There's
yeah.
room tone for a sporting hockey
Do
event.
the players have they ever commented on it, or
Yo,
like, does
yeah.
it help them, or
No, they'd like it because
like it?
it makes them feel like there's people.
Yeah, for sure,
there,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
that
probably
gets
helps
them
them.
excited. But you know, the Coyotes right away, they had 3,000 people in there right away this season.
This season, yeah.
This season. So I'm not gonna lie, some of those games felt like a regular game because some of those weekday games with the Coyotes, there's not that
Nobody
many people
there,
there.
yeah.
You know? It was we had a great time, and then we got a couple new employees we're working this year. My old boss, he went to the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, who's starting this next year? A new team in Seattle, new hockey team.
who's this?
They're called the Seattle Kraken.
Oh,
they're
they're
an
starting a new
expansion
team, I
team,
see what
yeah,
you're saying, yeah.
which is a great name. But I really wish they would have taken their original name, the Seattle Metropolitans, which was an original old school NHL team. Or you know,
Right.
when-
Is this good for hockey having a new team?
it's always good for hockey.
Yeah.
to have
They
a new
already
team.
sold out. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to be huge in Seattle
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, Seattle's a great sports town,
For sure.
and hockey I think will do very well up there. Especially so they could have a little rivalry with Vancouver,
Vegas.
any of that. Well, Vegas, the rivalry with Vegas is more. I really believe it's Coyotes, but Kings. You know, more the West Coast lore.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, after seeing what Vegas did as a first year team, you know, or an expansion team, and getting to the Cup final, you know what I mean?
When was that? Last year?
2 years ago,
I'm sorry,
I think
I'm
they
not-
went.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
listening.
was-
No, it's okay. It's totally fine. Yeah,
yeah, it was their first season out, man, and they just I don't know.
they showed how it's done.
They
to
had the
be
bank
professional.
account, that's for sure.
Yeah.
man.
well, and so everybody was kind of worried, you know, like another team, and
Sure.
and when they did so well, and
Yeah.
and they've already beloved. I mean, people are huge fans of. They've built a fan base already.
Absolutely, they have a huge fan base.
Yeah.
Vegas does, and yeah, that helped them that they won, and because Vegas is small, you know what I mean. You're looking at Seattle. It's not going to have that same problem, I don't think. I think Seattle's going to already have a fan base. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they win or not, it's going
Yeah.
to be a fan base for a while. Everybody wants their team to win.
I hope they take the hockey up there, you know, because I don't think they've ever, other than having like minor teams or anything up there, they've never really had. I mean, you're right, they have Vancouver, but you got to go over the fucking border to do that.
They
You
already
can't do
did it
it
like
anymore.
a selling of tickets thing and sold out the whole first year out or something crazy.
Yeah.
I could be mistalking, but it was something stupid like that. And yeah, so my good friend, my old boss, he's the dude over there now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
'Cause I'll go travel and check
Hell
out
yeah.
check out some games in Seattle.
Hell
You know?
yeah.
That's badass.
So we got the new guy, Chadwick, and he is from Minnesota, and he's a basketball guy. So he did hockey in the bubble for his first year ever doing hockey.
That'd be crazy.
It was crazy. I saw, you know, and he learned a lot, and I think he's gonna be awesome. I can't wait until next season. I think it's gonna be a really good show for the Coyotes.
Yeah.
And I think the team's gonna be good. They got a new coach coming up too. So I'm excited.
You see what the Suns are kind of doing right now. I'm saying right now, and what's very interesting to me that I don't follow the Suns very much in the past 10 years, but I've never seen the type of thing.
Jeff.
No, hold on. One of the things that they're doing is they're bringing in a lot of local hip hop acts.
Yeah, I saw that too.
To play during the halftime. Do you think that could ever be something that would happen with the Yotes?
I think it's absolutely going to happen. I'm not saying hip hop guys. Maybe it will be hip hop. In fact,
I don't care. Yeah,
Chadwick loves hip hop, so let me say that there probably will be hip hop guys over there. He was talking about bringing on something out to the ice or having a band play. That's definitely in the works.
So like
sure,
halftime
dude.
shows and shit?
Yeah. To make it more,
I feel like they're doing that with
interactive.
all events, like the latest boxing events.
But the cool thing that the Suns did is they went and got local guys that, and they wrote songs specifically for, they created a song for the the playoff run. They did a really good job to put a light on local music, which early on in this conversation you kind of hit on it. There's not much going on here for a long time in the local music scene.
Well, we don't know about. I think we're just old.
Well,
yeah, there's
how often do you honestly like tap into the local music scene?
You're right.
Besides
in
recently
the last 5 years, not much.
Yeah,
You're
so
right.
we just don't know.
Yeah, but
I'm sure there's a thriving scene.
But what I will say is a lot of people who have come on the show that are local say the same thing. We've heard a lot from
and they're
hip-hop
all
acts.
our age. They're all our age and older.
We've heard a lot from hip hop acts that said it's hard.
We need to get some like young bucks in here. Like
that's the thing. I think the young people, they have those friends, in high school and stuff. It's easier to bring them to your show and all that. As you get older, you get a life, you get a wife, you get whatever happens. It's harder to make it to your buddy's show all the time. And, that's how I felt when I got older in a band. It was harder for my friends to make it because they're out doing their own thing. I don't know. Then if I don't have my own following yet, it's hard to get those shows exciting or people there. Like, but you do have some local bands like the Black Moods. They're blowing up right now. They're getting really big, and they're from Scottsdale or something. Who else? I always play the stuff at the Coyotes. I play the Meat Puppets. I play Jimmy Eat World. I play Coop, Alice Cooper. I play the Refreshments. I try and do everything I could think of that I know. In Arizona.
You get to choose whatever you want and play whatever you want.
Yeah, basically, cool. Yeah. I mean, I gotta play to the crowd.
Obviously,
though.
family friendly.
I have to play to the young kids. I gotta make them happy. And what do the young kids know? The young kids know hip hop. They know EDM, dance music. That's their thing.
Yeah.
So I have to know all that stuff.
Yep.
Thank God for DJ Ice because he keeps me all hip and up to date on that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the rock and all that stuff, obviously I'm the man. That's what I like. That's who I am, and that's what they had me there for all these years to do that, a mix of rock, hip hop, EDM, and the way me and Ice are doing it, I think it's working pretty well.
Yeah. Do you get to do that on 98? Also pick all the music?
No, 98. That we have Larry McFeely. He is the music director. He is the man, the boss. He's the dude that's been running KUPD for fucking 20 years, dude.
Yep.
He is the shit. He is not Larry Mack, Larry McFeely.
Oh, okay.
Larry Mack, I know who you're talking about. He's, I think, in Tucson now.
Okay.
This is Larry McFeely. He's on 10 to 2 Monday through Friday. He's the music director. He's the guy that does it all for KUPD. He's the guy that I learned everything from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's the guy that took me under his wing and taught me radio when nobody else would. He's the guy that took the time out to do me the air checks and tell me what I'm doing wrong. And
Probably because he had somebody that did it for him.
I don't know why he does it, dude. It's amazing. Yeah. After 20 years, he still does it, man. He's just the coolest dude, man, that guy.
So he picks all of the music that's played on 98?
Yeah, he's the guy that puts all the playlists together. Except for Into the Pit. That's Marcus Mang.
'Cause that's local shit, right?
No, Into the Pit
Oh,
is
it's
just
metal. That's metal.
all metal. So that's a Marcus Mang show. He picks all that. Go Punk Yourself. That guy picks all that music. Who else? Any specialty show, they pick it. But other than that, it's all Larry McFeely.
I remember listening to Into the Pit every fucking week, man.
Dude,
that was a show that
yeah.
I was delivering pizzas, and you would not miss that fucking show being here, man.
Yeah, and Marcus Mang, he's a good host. He's a character for sure, and he knows his shit when it comes to metal. I mean, there ain't nobody knows more than Marcus Mang when it comes to metal, I don't think, that I've met. And I thought I was a big metalhead, but that guy, man.
Because at that period, you could play different styles of music than you can during the day, right? Like you can't play like black metal like on a Sunday afternoon, right?
No, it's an active rock station.
Yeah.
It's corporate. You know, it's if you looked at any active rock station across the United States, same fucking music. You know, Chili Peppers, Metallica, Disturbed, Shine Down.
Yeah.
You get all the stuff that, you know, normal folk know, you
Yeah.
know. And then people like us. Oh, also that show on Friday nights, fucking awesome metal show, that chick. I can't think what it is.
I'll be honest, man, and this is something that we kind of wanted to talk about is like when you go with how much podcasting and technology has gone, I haven't listened to the radio in a long time.
I hear that all the time, man.
I haven't, man, and that's got to
Yeah.
be hard to hear, right?
It is what
What
it
a
is,
dick.
dude. No, I don't.
What a dickhead. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel bad for people who do it full time, but you know, it is what it is for me. I'm a part-time on-air guy for KUPD. You know, I do it for fun. I'm not doing it for a living, you know, because I'm not making living money to doing it. I do it for fun.
Yeah.
I don't need the job, but I do it because I love Larry McFeely. I love the station.
You love doing it.
I love doing it. Absolutely. It's great, man. It's fucking fun as hell.
We all at some point growing up wanted to work at a radio station.
Dude, it was always my dream. Even when I graduated high school, I wanted to go to the radio college or whatever we call it, Specs Howard in Detroit.
Yep.
And my mom and dad were like, no, we're not going to do that for you. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, one day I'll be on the radio, you know? And
It's
man,
crazy how it all came about.
dude, the radio only came about. Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. So I get this internship from ASU. I'm DJing around town, Scottsdale, all that stuff. So then I get the Coyotes gig. Coyotes gig, I meet Paul Sura. He's the voice, the arena PA guy, man. The guy with the huge, powerful Coyotes voice. Me and him become great friends, right? He's been the KUPD production guy for like 25 years,
Wow.
dude. He worked with Dave Pratt back in the
Yeah.
day. He's done it all with everybody, right? He said, hey, dude, I've been doing these weekend gigs and I just don't want to do them anymore. You want to be on the radio? You want to try it? I could probably get you in there. I was like, jaw to the
Yeah,
ground. I was
yeah.
like,
That's twice?
Twice that's happened.
yeah, dude. Twice, I guess twice. So,
Dude.
from that, I got the gig at KUPD, and I've been with KUPD like 11 years now, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I grew up in a radio family. I have a couple uncles who were in radio growing up. Still, he just retired recently, and
Well, tell him who he is.
oh, you might not. Bob McClay. You ever heard of? He works for. He was.
He's a
620.
news guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
620. Yeah.
Reason why I know Bob McClain, because I do news. My main job throughout the week is production for Skyview and we do all the news, ABC, CBS, sports, and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah. Bob McClay.
What do you mean, though? Your production company like creates the news that they display to the public?
Well,
Or
what
tell the public?
I do is everything you hear when they're not talking, all the commercials, I voice commercials, I produce commercials, you know, they'll send them to me, I place them in, you know, the radio stations, like probably about 4,000 radio stations throughout the whole United States, because it's like we work for ABC and CBS, so all their little radio stations they own, somebody's got to throw in the commercials everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So that's my job.
Oh, that's really
Oh,
cool,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I love all the behind the
That's-
scenes of that stuff.
I mean, if you want to talk about another luck out, dude, that right there, that Skyview, my main job is the shit. How I landed that is beyond me, just through experience. And I knew one dude that worked there. His name's Jeff Scott. I don't know if you remember him. He's pretty famous in news. He does all the California news, Arizona news on the radio. And
Yeah.
he also does like, he's the voice for spring training, Dodgers and White Sox and all this shit. So I was DJing spring training for a while, and that's where I met this guy, right? And then I noticed one day he on Facebook, he says, "Man, Skyview blowing up. Here's another good news for Skyview." And I was like, if they're getting this big, man, they have to need more production people, you know? And that's what I'm good at now. That's what I'm doing. And fuck, man. He goes, send me your resume, and boom, got in there. It was fucking great.
That's
damn, dude.
how.
That's a definition of putting your energy out in the universe and the universe coming back and
Yep.
Yeah,
rewarding
dude.
for you,
And
man,
I never
because-
stopped either, dude. I always want to meet people. I always try and network. You know, I always help anybody
Never,
out I
yeah.
can. You know, if somebody wants to do something better and they think I can do something for them, fuck, dude. Just like I'm here today.
Right now, man, you're helping us out, dude. I
You-
appreciate that a lot.
I appreciate you asking me. You know, you could ask a million people, but thanks for having me. I appreciate it, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's we talk about karma a lot, and that shit is real. Whether you want to call it karma or whatever, man,
I believe
that
it.
shit is real. And the other thing that is real is reputations and what people think of you. And when somebody can say, you know, hey, what do you think of this guy? And somebody goes, oh, he's a good dude. He's a hard worker. He's a professional.
It
Whatever.
goes a long way, dude.
Oh, fuck
Hugely.
yeah.
You should see what you should hear what they say about my clay.
Oh man,
I can't go anywhere.
I've heard about this guy.
Do you listen to any other podcasts or other radio DJs?
Okay, well, let's see. I go through phases. You know, I was big into Howard Stern back in the day.
Oh yeah.
He's the GOAT, right?
Yeah, I absolutely.
I think he's like one of the top interviewers of all time
Still,
because
to
he
this
has the
day,
ability just to get information out of these just more than famous celebrities.
And, you
you're
know,
like, holy shit, they just revealed that.
I mean, Joe Rogan gets hated on, but I think
I think Joe Rogan's the second or third.
brilliant at what he's done, and you know,
He's a huge influence on this show for sure, as far as
yeah, dude.
just wanting to get people on and inspire and talk to people and shit like that. And
Hang out with your buddies,
hang out
talk
with their
about cool
buddies,
shit.
smoke weed.
Yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
He did the blueprint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, he is the blueprint. Yeah, for
And he's
sure.
not stupid. He's bright, witty. People don't like what he says all the time, but boo-hoo.
Well, that's
you know?
the shitty thing about Joe Rogan is if you don't know who he is or listen to his podcast, you just think of him as the,
Dude, I just
UFC
got in a
the-
whole little argument with some chick on Facebook, and not even an argument. I was just like, one girl said, "Hey, does anybody watch Joe Rogan?" And I said, "Absolutely. He's got a lot of good stuff, and if you look back at his old catalog, I'm sure you'll find something that will interest you."
Yeah.
Is what I said.
well, for sure.
and some other
Anybody.
bitch came on, she's not gonna watch this guy. Blah blah blah. I go, first off, I wasn't even talking to you.
I hate
Secondly,
that shit, dude.
You're wrong, you know. But whatever, I'm not getting into it. It's
I
But he
think a
comes
lot-
off as like a meathead,
Yes.
UFC fighter, who was the Fear Factor host.
Yeah.
But you don't realize he's actually just a very,
and before that, news radio actor.
well, yeah, and a lot of people don't even remember that from him. I do.
yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite
But
shows.
he's
'cause Phil
very
Hartman.
open-minded about everything. He's
Yeah.
not. He doesn't lean left. He doesn't lean right. Although they both paint him as that on
He's
Twitter
a
and
good
the media.
dude.
He's every other comedian that I ever see on a podcast talking about Joe Rogan talks about how fucking nice he is and all the crazy shit he does behind the scenes as far as paying for
Reputation, man.
people's plane tickets, helping people out with this, buying the Comedy Store a whole sound system because they needed a sound system.
Yeah.
He's not on fucking Facebook going, I bought them a new sound system. He just does
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Reputation. What you do
Jeez.
behind the scenes matters.
It's good what he does for sure, man. Absolutely.
Do you listen to Joey Diaz?
Yes, but New York buddy.
That's my favorite
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, he's funny, man. He eats those fucking mega stars. What are they?
Stars of death.
Yeah, stars of death.
I gave him an edible earlier.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, he fucking.
It's a beautiful thing. I mean, edibles are awesome, man. Because I would never. I mean, I'm not saying I would never. I don't take any Tylenol, nothing like that. I just don't.
I don't either, actually.
I haven't had to for some reason. And if I ever had to do that, it's the edible that gets me through any pain I got.
Yeah.
People think it's crazy or people's on my side. It is what it is. I mean, some edibles work that way for people. You know what I mean?
I was driving through Sun City the other day. My parents are moving out to Sun City, and so I was driving through there. And there are so many dispensaries in Sun City now. It's crazy.
All greens. It's right
Yeah.
there.
Yep. They got a drive-through dispensary in Sun
All those
City.
fucking people in Sun City are getting super stoned and fucking.
Yeah.
The
bro.
Why
STD
wouldn't
rate-
you?
The STD rate
Yeah.
there is probably fucking.
They're
Why wouldn't
retired.
you?
They
It's
don't care.
legal
Yeah.
now. It's the way it should be. It's the way it's going to be. And people that don't think so are just got their heads up their ass for real, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is. This is the way it is, people.
I
Let's
just
do it
never thought-
federally and get it over with. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, when's that gonna happen?
Dude, not soon enough, but
Yeah.
I never thought in my lifetime I would see where it is at now, where I could go into a store and just fucking buy it.
That's
you know?
crazy,
It's pretty
right?
wild. Actually, I get it delivered now.
Yeah,
First-
I don't even go to a store.
I don't even go to the
anymore.
fucking store anymore. Fuck those recreational peasants.
Yeah,
I don't have time for those.
yeah, the recreational thing really ruined it for me here too. The medical was great, and then all of a sudden these like dispensaries are like deals. What deals? Forget those. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Forget you medical
shit.
people.
We're gonna
Do you remember
raise
when
the
dispensaries
prices.
first came out? Like they would hook you up when you
Dude,
first went there.
totally.
Even the first time patient deals. I think it was Urban.
Buy one get one.
It's an ounce.
Yeah.
Up to an ounce.
Uh-huh.
They don't do that shit anymore,
No.
dude.
And it was on your first and fourth visit.
Yeah.
It wasn't just
Yeah.
once, you got it twice. And then if you redid your card the next year, you got it again.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, those are the good old days.
Now you have these recreational noobs asking questions, don't know what the fuck's going on.
My
The
parents,
fucking
those are my
people
parents,
working at
bro.
dispensaries are all stressed out. They're like, fucking this motherfucker.
Customer service went downhill since recreational. I mean, okay, I'm happy for the people that don't have to worry about getting busted, because you shouldn't have to worry about getting
Yeah.
busted for fucking weed. Come on,
No.
man. But you're ruining everybody else's shit.
Yeah. No, I know.
Well, one of these days,
I mean,
man,
ultimately, I know we're joking, but like, they do suck. Those guys.
one of these days it'll be so easy to grow our own, and everybody will grow some. And they'll
You
be
cleaned out your
trading
garage,
it.
dude. It's time to start.
Yeah, I know. So
Do you have room now?
once my parents are gone, I got my parents living with me for a month, man. They're fucking crazy.
I'm trying to get. I
Nice.
want a camera crew to follow his family and start a reality show. 'Cause it'd just be so fucking funny.
That's awesome.
No, but I do want to. I would love to turn half my garage into a
grow?
Yeah, a grow, and just constantly be having plants, flowering or something. It'd be nice.
Could you imagine living in a place like it doesn't have illegal now, and then you're looking at places like Arizona, California, Michigan, and these people have nothing to worry about anymore.
I couldn't live in a place where I couldn't get pot, dude.
It's like I almost believe it too, because I've been leaning. I mean, my wife and I, we like Nashville, and my sister lives there. So one day we could end up there. You know what I'm saying? Nashville, it's like they're really tough against it, man.
I couldn't do it.
And which is weird, because it's all musicians. I would think that they
Yeah.
would stand up and say, "Hey, it's time."
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is probably that city is very liberal, but everything around it's probably very
Correct.
the other way.
Yeah. So
That's how like Idaho is, I think, because Scott just moved from
Yeah.
there, but he would literally have to drive to Oregon to get all his.
Isn't
drugs
Austin
and-
that way? Is it legal in Austin?
Well, yeah.
Is it?
Oh, actually, I don't know about Texas.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because I remember
it's not legal in Texas. That's another thing that was
Yeah.
weird to me, that Joe Rogan moved there because he's such a pothead,
Yeah.
and then now he's got to hide it.
And he's going there for
Yeah.
all this freedom
yeah, he's got
because
to
it's
hide
Texas.
that shit,
I
dude.
didn't even think of that.
Does he even smoke anymore on that?
Oh,
show?
yeah.
Still?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
So
yeah.
he doesn't care.
No cop's gonna bust him if they see him.
I don't know. Here's
Wait
another
till
thing.
he
Actually, I
does
take
one
that
thing
back. I
wrong
take that
and one
back.
cop, and
I
then
take
they're
that
like,
back. Yeah.
Nah, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Well,
He probably has him on their payroll. His payroll.
here's the other thing. Have you seen a show where he smoked lately, other than a cigar?
Yeah. Well, I haven't. Well, we don't watch Joe Rogan.
Exactly,
recently.
not
but I
since
do watch the
Spotify.
clips.
That's what I was saying. So since Spotify,
Since the jump to Spotify, yeah.
yeah, I know he has in California, but since he's moved,
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it here since. In fact, I watched the Dave Chappelle one, and I cannot remember him smoking.
No.
It might have been a cigar. It was
Why would he not? I don't get it.
Because
Because
he's
of-
in Austin and it's illegal. And
I guarantee you he has.
I
guarantee
mean,
it.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. We'll have to go check it out.
He probably did the tobacco weed cigar.
Yeah. Who knows?
like a blunt.
Blunt.
Well, I mean,
Like the kids say.
what are the laws on that shit, right? You don't know. Could he get in trouble? Well, if he keeps on,
I mean, because they watched it on his
yeah,
fucking
because
Spotify?
because if the cops there go, you're blatantly just keep
that
on.
motherfucker would talk about having buckets of DMT that he got off the black market online,
Yeah, but
and no one ever fucking busted him then for anything. You
But
know?
he wouldn't
and they knew where
smoke-
studios
He
at.
wouldn't smoke live. He wouldn't use DMT live on the show. Like that's blatant disrespect. You know what I mean? Towards
You
you don't-
smoke DMT live on this show.
I know, but I'm not fucking Joe Rogan, bro.
That's true.
True. Very true. Very true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You
I
gotta-
didn't sign $100 million Spotify deal.
Do you? But back to my other question. I mean, or older question. Do you listen to any other podcasts besides like Rogan? And
Oh, as I was saying, yeah, Rogue. So I go through podcasts and then I kind of just drop off from them. I don't know, man. The Rogan thing I keep going back to because it's old hat, you know.
yeah,
I mean, he did Chappelle just again. That was cool. I like his guests. I like Joey Diaz. Oh, I listen to Bill Burrs. I listen to who's the kid? What's the kid with the mullet?
Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn. I haven't a while for him. It's been a little
I can't
while.
stand. I don't like Brendan Schaub anymore. I can't stand watching him. I mean, I don't dislike the guy. I just.
Oh, let's talk about this guy, Ari Schaefer.
He
Ari
is
Shaffir?
the best.
Do you know who he is?
The best in the
I
game right
absolutely
now.
know. But what about
Well, wait, let me ask you this. How do you know him of?
Ari Schaefer? We're talking about the same dude.
Ari
that's-
Shaffir, yeah.
He's also friends with Joe Rogan too,
Yeah.
but he also did the Comedy Central.
This is not happening.
This is not happening. He also didn't he go off and say something about LeBron or no Kobe too, and that's why people start really hating or something. And
I
that,
still left the poster up there, even though I know never was trying to cancel him. I was still repping him.
yeah, I don't understand that at all. Well, I don't know what he was thinking, but I haven't dived into it, so I have no idea.
Isn't Shroom Fest this month?
Yeah, it's in June, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, every year for 3 days he has Shroom Fest where he encourages everyone from around the world to take mushrooms, so everyone's kind of in tune.
It's not a bad idea.
I think he does it when Shroomfest decided on when the full moon, the moon is fullest for 3 nights in a row. I think.
I think we're both due.
Yeah, we've been due for a while, bro.
My
always-
buddy microdoses on that like every day, I guess.
Every day?
Yeah, or he
I think
goes.
you're supposed to do it every 3 days.
That's what he does. And he goes, no, he does. I could be wrong. Maybe 3 days on, 3 days off, something like that. But he's a microdosing motherfucker for sure.
Does he get any benefits from it, or?
He says his whole life changed. He says everything is great.
I have 0.2 milligram pills, and I'm getting ready to get back into it. My girlfriend did it about a year ago, and I think I was like,
This guy's one of the happiest guys I know. I'll tell you that. And he's smart as fuck. He's sharp. He's on it. I mean, me and him actually started a podcast back in a little day. We never got anywhere. We still talk, and I just do it over, Zoom.
StreamYard, yeah.
Yeah, he's at his house, like my house.
Yeah.
We both shit around. We got some good shit on there, but it's never went anywhere.
I could use some
dude.
happiness.
Yeah, I think we all could right now.
He's actually a, I don't know what you call shaman maybe or something, and he's putting.
Psychonaut?
Is that what you call it? He puts together little trips like through Sedona where they dose you and they teach you, and it's the real thing.
I already love this guy.
You will love it. He's the shit, dude. I'll give you his info off the air. You guys can do
I
what
would
you
love.
want.
I need.
He might want to come on here with you.
That would
Oh,
be
that
even
would be
better,
even
dude.
better.
Shit.
Yeah.
In fact, I know he'll want.
We're all about the fucking Boof Olivarius, the toe.
I noticed
the
that.
fucking Cybacillin.
Yeah,
and shit,
so he's really educated into that stuff. So, and he's been doing these little tours with people up there. And
That's the perfect one of the perfect places to do it, right?
yeah.
I've always wanted to do like a retreat in Sedona,
Yeah.
like one of those crazy vortexes or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that place is nuts. And there's a lot of also fucking funny people up there, man.
Sedona, yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty wild up there.
Yeah. I'll be honest though, like I would love to go to like a really dope place where there's running water. Like I have a feeling that I
Find
wanna,
it.
Yeah, I know you're right. I want to be around water.
Because it's not easy to find.
No,
I
it's
look for
not.
fucking even Airbnbs.
I know.
This motherfucker, he wants a creek.
I don't want to have.
Like,
I don't want to go out there and do it. Like be by the, go stand by the creek when I'm. I just want there to have like. I feel like there's some type
Just
of
get creek
energy.
noises
with
off
water.
your phone.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
You kidding me? Sedona's all energy.
Yeah.
Go to Oak Creek Canyon right there. They got that
Yeah.
creek going right through. It's fucking badass. Not only that, there's a whole bunch of little places in Arizona you could go. How long you lived here?
I've been here all my life.
And you don't know about these little places?
Yeah, up in the
north?
Superstition Mountains and shit.
And they got
Yeah.
waterfalls and
Yeah.
clean. I have them written down. I don't know off the top of my head, but man,
You got some dope spots?
dope ass spots.
But here's my
yeah.
problem. I don't want to fucking. I want to also have like a little cabin nearby
This,
or a place.
you know what? This will never happen. This guy's motherfucker's too big. You hearing all this shit?
Hey,
I don't
want
like
dreams,
it.
man.
I don't
This,
like. I
want
don't
this.
like. I
Just
don't
take
like.
the fucking mushrooms and let it rock your world for
One
like
step at a
6
time,
hours.
man.
Jesus Christ.
I don't like shitting in the woods, bro.
This guy's got a fucking.
one step at a time, man. We'll start with the mushrooms. We'll work our way to the cabin.
yeah. I'll get you the cabin. Just fucking eat these first.
That's good.
Oh
Fuck,
my
man.
God.
I'm huge into metal myself. I'm always looking for new metal bands. Is there any fucking recent metal bands you've been rocking recently that I could probably look up?
New metal bands?
Well, not necessarily new, but I don't know if you ever heard like Within the Ruins. They're one of my favorite metal bands. I think
Yeah.
you might fucking like these guys.
Probably.
I think this guitar player is just from another planet. The riffs that he writes and the creativity behind it. I'll show them to you after the show.
Sure.
But they're pretty bad, dude.
There's a Palat. There's a new band out of Atlanta. I heard it's so badass, dude. It's Paladin. I don't know how you would say it.
Paladin?
Paladin. That's it.
That's a dope fucking name.
Paladin. Look that shit up, dude. All you metalheads, look up Paladin.
That was
You
my
will
favorite
fucking love
tune
that
on
shit.
Diablo.
Yeah.
You gotta say Paladin the band though, because there's similar shit that's Paladin.
Yeah, like and there's paladins in WoW.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
Video games or
That's
something.
why that's
Yeah.
a badass name. That's a dope fucking name.
Wait till you hear
For
this
metal
band, dude. This band is sick as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, damn, this album, it's like a classic metal album, and they just released it like a year or two ago.
I love shit like that. Finding
Like,
bands
I wore that shit out, dude. But as far as any other bands, I'm still doing the old school shit. And
What band that is in the old school shit has released a recent album that is really fucking good? Because we were just talking about
I like that New Testament album. That was a good one. That last one they put out. What was it called? With the snake or whatever. I don't remember what it was called. That Testament album's great. Testament never seems to fail though. You know, they're always right on track with what they're doing. You know, that last Slayer album was badass. And they're gone.
Didn't Cannibal Corpses drop a new album? I haven't heard it yet though. I saw some videos of them making it and recording it and shit. It's dope.
Lamb of God has some new stuff coming out. You know, I mean, depends what you want to go. I don't know, dude. It's like, who cares? You guys like Slipknot?
Yeah,
You know what I like about Slipknot? I like the story of Slipknot. I
like the
deep
singer.
dive.
I like watching him on podcasts and shit. I think
Yeah,
he's a smart, talented dude.
same with.
You know why I dislike Slipknot? It's because I was really into them before they actually like completely blew up, and then they released their album, and then they like re-recorded one of their songs and added clean vocals to it just to make it more radio friendly. I hate that shit, dude. Coming from someone who's in a band and shit like that, especially at my age at the time. I was a little bit more angst-ridden and shit. I was like, fucking, I thought that was like the most sellout shit ever. I don't think I care now.
Well, there comes to a point
like,
where you're like, am I going to do this and actually make a fucking
I
life-changing
get it now,
money?
trust me. Yeah.
Or am I going to sit here with a bunch of dudes in front of me and play for 150 people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And sometime in your career, you come to that point and you're like, okay, which fucking cutoff road am I going to go down here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
I think Slipknot.
I think they could have done that by in their music in their next album,
You have
not
to-
by taking an old song they already came out with and had a huge fan base
No,
with,
I
and then
agree.
add clean vocals. You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
Just the way they went about it.
And you got to be
was
true to
kinda odd.
yourself or no one's going to believe the shit anyways. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Their story is sad as fuck, man, about that band. All the shit they went through. Like, even Corey Taylor, like, that dude went through some fucking crazy shit. But that band is one of the bands that I remember the first time hearing and just being like, the first time I heard them. And I remember because it was Brett had a tape. I remember a cassette.
I remember it wasn't even a tape. He saw a picture of them in like Circus magazine, and it was just how crazy they looked. And
Yeah.
he was like, he's like, these guys are gonna be badass. And as soon as that tape came, you know, we kind of all just fell in love with them.
Yeah.
I mean, they are very talented.
Yeah, and but the crazy thing is that saying what I'm getting at is, I forgot how long they've been around. They've been around for a long fucking time.
That's why I said, I don't know, Slipknot,
Yeah.
because some people think, you know, they've grown out of them or what have you. I think they're coming out with a new album, though.
Yeah, I think they're great musicians. We were talking about a band that we got into years back called Dead Sea that's finally putting out a new album. We're hoping it's going to be good. Cher's son, Elijah Blue Allman, is the lead singer.
All right.
Yeah, they're a pretty dope band, and I thought they were going to fucking change the world, bro, and they did.
I feel like I've seen them before at some festival or something.
They were bad as fuck. We'll see what happens.
Before we get into our Patreon shit, I wanted to talk to you about DJing for the Diamondbacks, because you had a story about that too.
The Diamondbacks, I don't know where I was going with this story, but
Well, how you used to be the DJ, I guess.
Well, the Diamondbacks came from people just knowing me from the Coyotes. From the Coyotes, I did the Cardinals for a little while back in the day. And then that didn't work out too well for me. 'Cause I just that was a tough gig because they want you there Friday to pick up the music, Saturday to go back out there to put the music in. I don't know. It was weird. And Sunday for the game and shit. I don't know. I was a horrible football DJ for sure. So I got out of there. Hockey was my thing. And then through hockey, I can't remember. I met somebody that called me over to the Diamondbacks. They were having open auditions or something like that. They're hiring DJs. And I just threw in my resume and they just called me right away,
Yeah, what's it like doing it for baseball?
I mean, the people there are freaking awesome, man. I love hanging out with people. Sven, sound guy, and just Chuck, the announcer, and
It was a lot more chill, right, compared to the hockey?
it's so chill, dude. It's so chill because I'm getting there early, and then I'm playing a mix for the while they warm up. The players warm up, so I'm kind of playing their
choices.
It's like a club mix more so, a DJ mix, because that's what the players like. And then I play a lot of, Hispanic tunes for them and all that stuff that they like. So top 40 EDM, hip hop. Then when it changes, they're off the field, the gates open, then you're playing the, walk-in music. And then it's just chill, dude. After that, they do a bunch of videos. They got their whole baseball thing they do. So there's no music at all. You just kind of chill out. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing shit. And then all of a sudden, you'll play just warm-up songs, but the walk-up songs.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize this. I didn't realize it for the longest time. They allow players now to choose their songs that they walk to the plate.
I thought they always did that.
No, they haven't always done
like,
that.
Even like the Yankees back in the day, like in the early 2000s, they had like their own songs that they.
It's been a little while that they have now.
They've been doing it for a while, but I don't think it's been since like the early 2000s, has it?
Well, because I gave up on baseball after the Red Sox beat the Yankees. That was what, 2004 or 5? I was a Yankees fan in the early 2000s. And I remember certain athletes coming out to certain songs, certain Metallica songs.
Yeah. Randy Johnson was always Metallica.
Yeah.
So here's that gig. And, I played a tune, and then all those walk-up tunes, the sound guy does it because they have it on their computer, right? Because it's their team, and I'm bringing in my own DJ shit. I have their songs, but, so he does all that. So I'm just kicking it more, Yeah, so they're doing all that, and by the end of the inning, then they got something going on. Then they got a big song, So it's like I got a whole inning to think of 1-2 songs I'm going to play, and then a whole nother inning to think of 1 or 2 songs I'm going to play.
And it's really just a few riffs of the song, right?
I mean, basically, play about 4, I don't know. I try to do a mix or something cool to get the crowd dancing up on their feet, whatever.
Because sometimes, like, you're at the game and won't like Enter Sandman riff just play like 3 times.
Yeah,
and then that's it. And then like,
I mean,
I don't know,
that could be a pump. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess, but yeah, dude. And then that's it. That's really it, man.
Hockey's way better, man.
Hockey, dude. Hockey. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, you gotta be
whistle,
on your toes.
whistle, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? It's just fast.
That's like a skill right there.
It's fast, man. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody could do anything, but boy, that job it's been awesome having that job for sure.
But you said you're not the DJ this season for the Diamondbacks?
No, they don't. Well, they said none of the DJs came back because I'm not the only DJ there. There's like 5 of us.
Probably there's so many games, right?
There's so many games. Yeah. So there's like 5 of us, but this season I think they decided, since the COVID stuff and they lost all that money last year with COVID, they're gonna kind of cut the edges off, and DJs is kind of the first to go, I think. So I think they have one dude that's over there. I could be wrong. I don't know. Is DJ Slippy? I think he was doing a few games over there this season, but I haven't heard of anybody else doing any games. But either way, I just had a baby, a little girl.
Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
So
awesome.
I wasn't planning on doing this season anyways. I'm trying to stay at home with my family and stuff like that,
That's dope. Nice.
Yeah, 2020, man. I mean,
it'll never be the same again, man.
When was your baby born?
December 31st, 2020.
Is that your first child?
It's my first biological child.
Yeah.
I have a stepson.
Okay.
Who is
So then
much older.
you deal with children. I don't. Oh, okay. Well, I can't. It's not that I can't stand children. It's just that I never want to be a.
So was it a Valentine's baby or a
No, you
COVID
can't
baby?
stand other people's children. That's what it is. I'm the same way. I can't stand other people's children, but I just love this little baby. I don't
Of
know.
course, yeah, because you are predisposed to love
I was
it.
never a kid, dude. I mean, I waited, dude. I mean, I'm gonna be 51 in 2 weeks. So
Wow.
I got married when I was 42. I just had my first kid when I'm 50. So I'm kind of behind the
That's
curve.
like Joey Diaz did
you
that.
know?
Joey Diaz had a kid in his early 50s.
Yeah, you know, I
You got
waited a
this, bro.
while.
Yeah, you already know how to play
Absolutely.
guitar.
You know what, dude?
So the best thing about it is what I'm getting to is that my party days and all the wild days of being crazy, they're over, dude. You know. So my days is what's my 5-year plan? Not to die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I quit every fucking thing. I'm trying to live healthy. I don't drink anymore.
I love that plan.
You know, and now I got this little baby, so I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time.
I have to tell you though, dude, I didn't think you were 51. Like I thought maybe
Oh,
if
thanks, man.
you were
Appreciate it.
44, 45. You know what I mean? You don't look 51.
It's all the marijuana.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree. Now we can go into the special Patreon portion. It's just another 10, 15 minutes. We have some special questions, some juicier shit. YouTube's getting a little bit too sensory, I guess, now. So
Yeah.
do you have anything you want? Oh, actually, really quick, do you have any plugs or social medias that you want to say, or at least plug your show and shit?
Yeah, it's Quickdraw, KUPD. You guys know KUPD or KUPD.com. Listen online, tap the app, whatever. I'm on Sundays, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Arizona time, every Sunday. And you can catch me on Saturdays here and there.
Nice.
You know.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Do you have anything else, McGraw?
Well, I have some stuff for the Patreon stuff that I definitely want to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Awesome. That is a wrap. And if you want to sign up for the Patreon, you can find it right here. There'll be an image there, actually. So that is a wrap on episode 132 of the, 33, actually. This is episode 133 of the Bogcast.